Hey!
Hello.
So while we're having a little break and sat here with our nice cuppers, why don't you explain how you first got into singing?
Well, I've been singing ever since I was a little girl. Music's always just been a massive part of my life. I entered a national singing competition. The first time I got to the semi-finals, I think it was.
Great.
and
What's the
then
competition called?
Teen Star.
Ah, nice.
But I did the first time I did it, went to the semi-finals. And then the second one I went to the finals. And I came 5th out of 10,000 people, which was like...
Wow.
Obviously, I was like, are you sure?
That
Did
is
you get something
impressive.
wrong? And I mean, the first ever time I actually sang was at my grandma's and my granddad's anniversary.
Oh,
and I was so nervous. I was so nervous, but it was so fun though as well. And my grandma, she does not cry at anything, and she cried. She actually cried. So I was like, oh my goodness. When I started performing, I entered. I'm originally from Wales, and we had a thing called Untitled Chapter, and it's basically like a massive national talent thing. And my school used to do it, and I did it for about three years, and each year I won it for the vocal. So I was like, oh my goodness, that's crazy, you know?
Yay!
But music has always been through my life. But I've probably done it, performed and stuff for about 3 years. I used to get taught in Wales by a lady called Louise Ryan, who was Charlotte Church's voice coach.
Very nice.
And
I loved Charlotte's classical voice.
yeah,
Beautiful.
I absolutely loved her classical voice. But music also runs in my family. My grandma was a professional classical singer, and then she had to give it up because she had kids. But her voice, what I've heard and stuff, was phenomenal. My mum sang, my auntie sang. You know, it runs through my mum's side of the family. Dad, not so much. He likes to sing in the shower, but probably that's about it. But he, you know, when he's in the shower, he likes to think he's Michael Bublé, but
I love that man's voice though. Oh my god.
Oh my god, yes.
Oh my
honestly,
gosh.
if I could perform with anybody, it would be Andrea Bocelli and Michael Bublé. Yeah, I've been singing most of my life, really.
And you've had a few music releases as well, haven't you?
Yes, I have. The first ever EP I've released was called Love Away From Home. They were the first songs that I'd ever written. And it went into number 2 in the iTunes Blues charts, which was crazy and really exciting and stuff. Recently, on Halloween, I released one of my favourite tracks I've ever written called Devil.
Gotta say, I love that.
I love it.
I really love that.
And it's starting to go towards more of my sound now as well. So, because I want to modernise what I've got, because obviously I'm classically trained and all of that, but I want to bring my classical voice into more of a modern thing, so dance and whatnot, and all the strength behind a classical voice to dance, dance music and indie pop and all that kind of stuff. So I'm still experimenting, but
that's great, because classical voice training can really teach you more of the mechanics of the voice and
well,
how
my
to
grandma
use it in
always
different places.
my grandma always used to say, once you've been classically trained, you can do anything.
Yeah.
Because classical music is probably one of the hardest to do as far as technique and anything really. But
yeah, you've got to have that base of technique there, haven't you? Definitely. Basically, it gives you a tool belt. When you're playing an instrument, you can see that instrument. So say a guitarist, he's looking at the guitar, he knows where the resonators are, he knows where the strings are, he knows exactly where he's got to place his hands in order to make something happen. When you're a vocalist, you can't see your instrument. And there is tons going on, because it's all physical, it's all part of your body. So you've got all your supporting muscles and your diaphragm and your lungs, and you've got your back muscles that support, and make sure you're breathing properly so you're not, because nobody wants that. Breathing from your tummy, so it's all connected to your tummy for your breath. And then you've got all your resonators all the way up here as well that you can use. And it's so interesting to be able to work with a singer and give them tools for their tool belt. So, for example, if you're working with a producer and he says, I want a lower, more rounded sound, more rounded tone, instead of singing, ah, you can lower your larynx. Instantly, it's more rounded, richer tone. And so if you've got that tool that you can get from your tool belt, then you know what to do. And it's so much fun working with singers and being able to say, oh, how about you try this? And just hearing the difference with it. It's great, because you're then like, oh, we've discovered another layer of colour there. and it's really interesting, and I do really love it. So it's great when you're able to show people more of their instrument, because we can't see it.
No.
We can't see it. You've just got to feel it within yourself. I love helping people discover that. It's great fun.
Yes.
I do think it's great to keep your voice versatile, because I've tried to do that as much as I can.
Mm.
So it's great to hear you doing the same thing, because I just think it adds more strength to your voice and more character to your voice as well, if you're able to do that. Plus, from my own personal selfish point of view, I find it a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Because it's great then to be able to rock up at a karaoke, because I grew up singing karaoke with my mum. Blinking loved it. It was great. But it means that I can go on tour with G4 and sing the classical stuff, and then go to karaoke with my mum, and we can sing the rock, pop and country stuff that she loves doing.
Yeah.
And it's so much fun to be able to sing different things. And I think that is why I love crossover so much. It's because I've got that classical training that I love to use, but then you can take different bits of inspiration from different places.
Exactly.
And use it in with your music.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why I love crossover, for that same reason.
Exactly. I mean, it's the same with me. Like, I can go and sing with you with like classical crossovers. I can then go and do jazz with the Etta James, Frank Sinatra, so on and so forth. And then I'll be in the car with my dad singing Before He Cheats, Carrie Underwood, which is like country rock and so on and so forth, you know?
Yeah.
And I feel like it's so much more fun. And also you can feel it in different areas, and the technique is completely different for different things, and being able to do that, it's a bit more exciting. Keeps things exciting.
Fresh and interesting.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was trying to say. Yeah.
Well, I do love this story. I was so blown away by her. Basically what happened is I was singing in Rugby for my Christmas tour, which was my Prayer to a Snowflake tour, which was celebrating the release of the album of the same name. And Beth Ford was supposed to be coming to Rugby to sing with me. But the poor girl, she got struck down by a cold flu at that time of year, as we all do. And completely lost her voice, so she had to cancel coming and singing with me. And the day, was it the day of the show?
It was 12 o'clock.
12 o'clock that night.
My parents got a call.
Yeah.
And like literally, it was just you asking me if we can come down and, you know, fill in for Beth. Yeah. So. And obviously it was a bit of a shock, but I ran into my parents' room and was like, yeah, let's do it. They're really excited. And then you told me about the song that we were going to be singing, which was Walking in the Air, which is one of my favourite childhood songs for Christmas. I spent the whole morning that morning making sure I got it perfect, didn't I? I was stood in the lounge and just all I was doing was rehearsing, making sure I got it perfect. And then when I turned up, it went so well. To be honest, for the amount of, we only practiced it, how many times? It was literally when I arrived that we practiced it. Yeah,
we had a quick sound check, and that's all we were able to do. We really had time for. But I was so impressed with such short, late notice. You came on, you were such a pro, and you sang so beautifully, and you knew the song, because it's not just the normal Walking in the Air. It was my own duet arrangement that I had arranged myself. It's not the original one.
No.
So to be able to get to that late notice and be able to perform like that, I was thoroughly impressed.
I really enjoyed it though, I have to admit. It was honestly one of my favourite things I've done. Because also, I think I've told you before, I think our voices work so well together. It was awesome. It was so cool.
Really, and I was so impressed, and that's why I knew I had to have you on here. So I'm so glad that you can now step in and join us on the EP. It's brilliant.
Yeah, thank you. Honestly, thank you for having me. I'm really, really happy to be on it, and obviously we're singing a really beautiful song as well that I think our voices will work really well on. So
yeah, I can't wait for people to hear it. What made you choose this song?
Well, I was listening to Barbra Streisand and Celine Dion when I was younger. My mum and dad used to play them. I used to listen to Barbra Streisand. I've always loved her. She kind of looks like my auntie, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh really?
She does. She looks exactly like my auntie, and it's quite funny.
Auntie looking like her.
Yeah. But I just thought I got in contact with somebody I'm working with in Cambridge, and I was really stuck. I was thinking I need something that's out there that people haven't really heard of, but have heard of. So like an older song that you don't hear that much now.
Yeah.
And that is one of those songs. And then as soon as he came up with that song, I was like,
yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And I listened to it and I fell in love with it straight away. My mum and dad came in and they were like, you need to do that one. Yeah. My boyfriend was sat with me and he was also like, you need to do that one. So I was like, all right, okay. So I sent it to you and you seemed to really like it. And then I was just constantly listening to it and
It's a great idea. And the reason why I wanted you to come up with a track is because the whole idea of this EP is to make sure that you are happy with your performance, so that you want to shout about it from the rooftops, so that you're then able to grow your audience and really kickstart that career of yours, which I know is going so well already. But that's why you need to be happy with it, because we need to portray you in the best light. Because we've now got the opportunity for you guys, as the young artists that join me on the EP, to reach out and to cross-pollinate fan bases. You've got to be doing something that you feel really proud of and that really suits your voice. So that's why I wanted you to come up with a song, because then I knew you'd be comfortable with it. And it was the first suggestion that you made, and I was just like, yes!
Yeah, I mean, I think that's such a good thing though, isn't it? Like that, literally first song, and we were both like, yeah. Oh my god, it's been so good.
Oh, it's been so good.
It has been so good.
It's been really great, and I've just loved hearing you record. I've really loved it, because you've got so much dynamic to your voice.
Thank you.
And you've got, for such a young person, you've got quite a lot of power and body that's in there, which is great. And then to be able to ask you for different things, just to hear different tones and different parts of that colour that you've got, and you just delivering it each and every time, it's been so brilliant. And I've really enjoyed it.
Well, I've loved being able to like learn things from you as well, like when you'd come in and tell me, you know, you'd be like, try this, try that, and you know, with the whole powerful note, you know, opening your mouth more to get more of a sound. I've never tried that before. I've always tried to like push from my diaphragm or like bring more air or something, but just such a simple thing as well. And I do feel like even since the very first time that we ever sang together, I've learned a lot from you. I have learned a lot from you as far as the classical side of things go. I really have. And I'm constantly learning. I mean, everybody constantly learns with music anyway. We never ever, there's no such thing as perfection ever, is there? Like, it's a goal that you achieve, you want to achieve, but there's always something that you can do. And I feel like you've been a really big part of me learning to do all of that. And honestly, like today, you've really, really helped me as well. I've learned so much.
Thanks.
And I've had so much fun as well.
I had to explain a couple of things, because I'd go into the vocal booth and talk to Ffion, and then I'd come in and say something that was a reference to what I've said, and then Ash and Gareth would be like, what? Do what? So one of the good examples is sing it like you got fingers in your mouth. Which I said in the studio, and they both turned around and went, what?
Yeah.
But basically it's like when you're singing, so you go, ah, if you then make it so that you've got room for two fingers to go in your mouth. Ah, you hear the difference that it makes. It's just that quite a lot of singers, the young singers I've been working with especially, when they feel a bit nervous, they kind of go, because they don't want to open their mouths, but they've got great power and great body and great voices, and you just need to open the gates and let that out. And so I said that to you with a few things today, and the difference it made was amazing with your voice, because you've got so much great stuff going on with your voice.
Thank you.
With the power, with the tone, with the colour, with the dynamics that you can deliver. Sometimes just open your mouth a little bit more so that all of that can then come out the gates and get going and be recorded. Just, it sounds great. I'm really pleased. I'm really pleased.
No, thank you very much.
I just think it's amazing how well you take direction as well.
Thank you very much.
So I'm really glad about
Well, it all helps, doesn't it, as well? I mean, there's no point in, if someone's giving you direction, there's no point in thinking, oh, I'm not doing it right, I'm not. They're only ever doing it just to help you out. They're only ever doing it to make you better at what you do. So, and that's the way that I think about it. Constructive criticism for me is one of my favourite things, because it means I can learn from it.
Quite a lot of the time, it wasn't even criticism I was
It's
giving
not.
you.
It's just tips.
I was just saying,
anything
just
in general.
And we'll see. Yeah. It's just finding different colours to see what will work with the lyrics, the meaning of the song, and then different colours to see then how I can sing my bit later and match to you, to make sure that we're matching really well. Because obviously with it being a duet, you want to make sure that our voices sound good together. So there's a lot of times when I came into the vocal booth and I was like, blinking love it, it's great. Can we just try something to create a slightly different colour and see how that sounds? It's all experimentation, and I love that about recording. I love that you can go in and find the different positions of your larynx and then create different ideas and different tones with it and experiment with it. So
studio is one of the best places to learn as well, because you can experiment, can't you? And then if it goes wrong, then try it again and again and again.
So Ffion, how about you tell us why you wanted to be involved in the EP?
Well, the first time I started singing with you, I I went home absolutely beaming.
Ah.
I'm not just saying this, it's true. I mean, I absolutely loved the way that our voices work together. And I love learning things from you, not only on stage, not only with the stage presence. Like, you've also learned, you've taught me techniques, for example, singing forward instead of singing up. You've also taught me things about stage presence too, because obviously when I first sang with you, I was not that confident as far as stage presence. But then I feel like the difference, watching the videos from the first performance to the second performance we did, like, I look so different in it because I feel like I'm more confident in the second one. We've only performed together, twice, and this is probably the third time we've ever done anything together, but I feel like I have known you for like so long now.
Yeah.
It feels like we've done like loads of things, and I just wanted to be a part of this because classical music was a big part of my childhood, and I wanted to access that area again, and not only that, but I just wanted to be able to work with you again, even though, you know, we do your winter tours and stuff, and I love that. I wanted to try and do something else and see what it's like, because we've done things live, and performing live is incredibly different from recording in a studio.
Yeah.
And I knew there was so much more I could learn from you, and I thought by being on this EP, it would do so much more, and I could learn so much more, because that's all it is at the end of the day. That's all I want to do at the end of the day, is learn and become better at my trade. You know, that's what I want to do. This is what I want to do for life. This is my career, and in order to do the best, in order to do the best that I can do, I need to learn. So, you know, you're a very influential person, I feel, as far as everything that's done. I mean, everything that you've done is phenomenal. My grandma absolutely loves your voice. She loves all the stuff that you do.
Well,
so
I do try.
Yeah. So I feel like this EP was a very big part of me learning, and I just want to thank you for letting me be on it.
Thanks for being on it. So I know that you've got a lot of exciting stuff coming up, so why don't you tell the lovely viewers? Very excited.
I'm so excited. I'm doing some festivals this summer, but the one gig I'm most excited for is I'm doing a opening support slot for Sam Smith in April. I'm so excited, I know, I'm so excited. At the Genting Arena. I can't wait. Obviously when I got the news, I was buzzing. And we actually got invited by the Genting Arena to come and do that, so it's an invitation. So, and I'm just so excited.
It shows how much they like you to invite you to go do a gig like that.
It's crazy. I'm actually like really shook. So I don't really know what to say. But no, that is one of the biggest things that I'm doing, and I'm very, very excited. So keep an eye out on my page. My social media is Ffion Rebecca. So
is that all your social media?
All of my social media. I mean, all Instagram is Ffion_Rebecca.
Great.
And the only thing that's different would be my Twitter account, which is Ffion R Music.
Okay.
But
and
then
Ffion with two Fs.
Yeah. Ffion, and then Rebecca spelled Rebecca.
Yeah.
And just everything is Ffion Rebecca. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Twitter is Ffion R Music. And just anything you can think of. I'm on Spotify, iTunes, but make sure you keep an eye out on my Facebook page.
If you can't check her out with all of that, I don't know what your excuse is.
No. Keep an eye out on Facebook and Instagram and stuff, because I will be posting a lot more about the Sam Smith. But oh my goodness, for now I just need to calm my nerves and get chilled out a bit, and then I can start promoting. Whereas right now I'm a bit like teenage girl excitement, like, oh my god, Sam Smith. But
when I get excited about something, Rich can always tell because my voice goes really high.
Yes, I start squeaking. My boyfriend says that I'm kind of like a dog squeaky toy, because I'm like a box full of squeaky toys, because I have several different squeaks for several different occasions. It's great.
Brilliant. Check it out. I can't wait to get an update.